Yeah, going to be tough here. I think the one thing that stands out for me in terms of the veto is that Mirage pick from Monte. Feels like they maybe could have gone for a different map in there, but maybe they've
It's just that perma pick though, isn't it, right? It's like that confidence, play for myself type vibe.
Either way, we're in onto the A-bomb site here, quite quickly in fact, and the Glocks closing the gaps, finding the heads, down to just 2 here for Legacy. Dumal left pretty low. I don't know that you can really give this a go, in all honesty. Bartan trying to maybe catch someone lurking around outside, not going to happen for him, so he still feels pretty into the idea of going for this, but I can tell you the round is definitely over, and yeah, triple peaked is enough to see him off.
He unfortunately made a little bit of noise jumping down into the wood there, so that just completely sells his like little mini ruse. I'm quite interested in this Ancient though, as a decider. If it's needed, it does for me, even though stats-wise looks decent for Legacy. Like I said, pinch of salt there with North American sides that they're facing. Monte are actually on a 7-map win streak there, so it's been very good for them, and there's a couple of pretty scary Tier 2 sides who have been scalped along the way. So keep an eye out for that. If we do get towards that 3rd map, that's definitely something to mention. But when we look at this veto as a whole, Monte are a side that, especially on this map, can spiral really well. Let's see what they got for us. Sadzin out in towards the orb. No armor is one to mention for him. Nade stack on towards Neckers, so he doesn't even really get a look in. And Dumal takes a tag of the molly, which cost him his life, as it gives K the idea of where to peek.
Very cheeky play here from Monte. I love to see it early on in the game. Why not go for something unconventional? Never going to expect the nade stack. You know, that always feels like the type of round you pull out when you've lost 3 or 4 in a row and you're a little desperate for some kind of an opening kill. So very cool to see. Definitely not hammered in just yet. Barton with a nice push, a nice find, as you see these HP bars so low. So definitely could swing. They've got the right read here on the setup as well. 2 towards B. Looks like that's where the bomb wants to go. Well-placed nade at range. Yeah, could make all the difference. The swing from Barton lets him down, unfortunately. So for a brief moment, things were even, but may well have fallen by the wayside. They know that there's another presence here on B. Lato going to have to do God's work. Unfortunately, cannot. So it's all down to Sadzin, highlighted by Alan. Let's see what he's got for us in the 1 versus 2. He creeps through the smoke. When would the AWPer ever do that, I suppose? Hades gets that bomb down and also goes for a creep around, change up. This is unpredictable. Hades playing far away from the bomb, knows that in a round like this, because of the AWP presence, he is unlikely to have a kit, unlikely to have utility. It's a full spend for this, but he still hits the shot nonetheless. Sadzin going to get it, a little excited, remembers he's got to defuse the bomb, and a big clutch up from the young gun.
Yeah, massive work from him as well on that 1 versus 2. We got to make a decision, and they're actually now smoking off over towards A as a potential to wrap B, and this will nullify Sadzin completely. He was probably expecting the fight there. Will they be expecting the CT player? Yes, they are. Krasner, what a shot. Rips Lato's head off, and now this gives them space to work with. And look at the angles they can come from. 3 different fights they can basically take. 4 if you can count Hades as well. This is a masterful wrap on towards this B site. Legacy had no chance. They were actually fighting a war on 4 fronts there. There's just no way they're overcoming Monte in that sense. And losing only 1 casualty so far, that's really not a bad round at all. Sadzin Dumal, just got to save. 180 on this team, going towards a kind of full Polish lineup, and he's got the decision of, do I stay and then learn Polish, or do I leave and try and find another team? And he's stayed, and he's done really well. Oh, that's unfortunate. In a way, the Molotov actually saves Krasnal by fortune there. Same can't be said for Dia. He will fall to the hands of Sadzin. Krasnal's quite lucky. That Molotov, which wasn't even meant to do that, banks back and means that Legacy can't swing.
Dia going down early, of course, never good, but yesterday he looked fantastic in that B main holding spot. Good number of rounds out from him that looked clean. And the rest of Monte also faltering here. Krasnal left very low. Still is doable. Yeah, the nades here have been shaky to say the least. Trying to overwhelm with the numbers, distract away, get those rifles in play. Very well done though by the Monte side to just slowly edge forward. Demka in particular with a big 3K to pull the round back. Dumal moves off. He's still sticking around, but I think, you know, maybe we'd stay safe, but they are buying into next. So I do get it. Unfortunately, does not have the drop there to make anything happen. So really nicely done, EC. But all the same, I think it is something that will A, help them out. They potentially get to go home, you know, or not far away.
Well, was it D here lives around the corner?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that is something I think that's really going to be playing on the minds. Doom out, traded quickly, and it's a good job that he was. Again, well contained by Monte there. Still, the fact that he's so far forwards, it gives a lot of information. They can't go rushing into a bomb site quite yet.
Demka playing anti. Waiting for his chance as well. We're inside of that minute mark now. The decision got to be made. It looks like a finish towards A. And there's 2, 3 in a loose way of players in this direction. Lato's not too far away in rotations, but Nekis is probably got to go at least 1 for 1. If he goes down early, it does make it very awkward. Flash over won't affect Nekis at all. He gets a good flash, and that'll give him a freebie of 1 and 2. Demka and K both get dropped, and Hades and Dia got a tough decision to now make of, do we actually even give this a go? And it feels like Hades might be actually just pulling them back for a quick run over towards B. Not exactly an unmanned site, though, and time ticking. We've got to make a move here. Bomb should be able to go down. Clearance is not good enough as Barton still has a bit of space. Nice shot from Hades, but no time to plant. And now it's about escaping with his life intact, keeping that AWP in play. And thankfully, that's the only luxury that he'll get, but it will be Legacy.
Slow contact here from Monte against the grain as they opt to not give any information across. The smoke might be slightly deep. Yeah, they fancy their chances with it. Flash not quite good enough for the backside player who keeps him coming. Doom out nearly for 3. So this is set up quite well now. They will opt to use the utility to make their way in. That smoke break is awkward. Dihar goes down. The bomb will be planted, one would assume, but not looking good, and maybe not even looking likely. K trying to find one of these kills before committing to the bomb plant. They are eluding him. He's got little bits of information, but nothing he can do with it. And Legacy, it is a retake of sorts. They look very good doing so. This is where it does get to that point as well, doesn't it, for a CT side of, okay, 4 is kind of cool, 5 or 6, they'll feel really quite satisfied with their CT side. So Monte, you've got to stop them from doing that. Nekis, however, he loves lurking around these smokes, finds a 2-piece, both players with nade in hand. Comms maybe a little off there as the trade attempt was late, for sure. 5 versus 3. Monte had an idea. It's now been absolutely ruined by the IGL of Legacy. B bomb site looks pretty well defended here. There's some presence coming in behind as well, so got to get a move on before that flank activates. And there he is. Nekis takes another one down. Bomb going to get planted, but they have to find their way out of this post plant. Demka, aggressive. It's Nekis again in from behind, looking for the ace now. Krasnal going to try and deny him that, and of course going to try and win this 1v3. The speed of the peak from Nekis cannot be calculated by the naked eye. Goodness gracious, what an ace coming in.
Yeah, so Monte definitely not looking as solid as they did in the first half against MIBR, that's for sure. Hades, missed shot from him, a bit uncharacteristic, but Nekis doesn't confirm the kill. A lot of damage dealt, but Hades is alive, so that's ultimately sort of all that matters here. Legacy is just so aggressive, so relentless, which so far hasn't been punished. Now it might. Great work from K.
Yeah, managing to thread it in. I think definitely the offbeat moment is not getting the kill onto Hades, but knowing that he was low, trying to stick around there. Dumao also finished. He's had a good number of multi-frag moments from camera. Hades watching behind. We'll leave it all down to Lato now. It is that final round. This would be a safe situation on any other round, but no time for that here. We'll see. It does feel like one of the foregone conclusions already. Unless he can pull off 1v4 of the century here. We'll see. Definitely been spotted there. I'll tell you that much for free. Takes out Krasnal. Doesn't take any damage from it. He's not going to expect the second player coming in from middle, though, to be honest with you. Another nice find. Not a lot of time. And yeah, there was your contingency plan. K will take it. 6-6 at the turn of the half. I don't know that Monte will be super happy with that. We'll see what they do in the second. The odds, dead split. You know, we have to go deep into the decimals to get any difference.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with what I've seen out from Doom out in particular. He's been stepping up in a big way. This is a big move as well. Dumal leading the charge, looking for the first, and he'll get it. Fantastic work for him. They split it towards the side, but up close. Sadzen will fall, and Barton's the one with the assist on it. That doesn't help, and it's going to get worse. Oh my. What is going on here through the smoke? I mean, this is absolute carnage.
Where is Dumal? He's in behind, he's in towards CT, he's sort of doing his best CT impression here with this attempt at the 1v3 retake now. As he's lost his teammates, the clock, he runs out of ammo, man!
So did Kane.
Oh my god, that could have been everything. If he just had 3 or 4 more bullets, you never know what might have happened.
Nice work from Barton. Primarily as Dumal does a lot of the openings, but he gets a freebie given over. I think K just caught a little bit overextended. Krasnal needs to be very careful here. He's playing in the smoke like ships in the night. They're walking past each other. Dia misses the ball when it matters most, and actually then Krasnal gets run down. 2 versus 4, they might be saving here.
Yeah, huge yikes, huge yikes. They even went in for the strong weapons, you know, and really tried to put up the best defense possible.
At close range, and that position in particular is pretty good. We're looking towards A though, and the issue with this is there's no presence really here for Monte. Demka's at distance, but I think the second they lose the site, if they do lose it, which they have now, they might be tempted already to just kind of semi-call this.
Yeah, maybe. Demka is here quickly, of course. Oh god, so awkward for him. Gets a couple of chances at the fight, but no success found. Bomb going down. I think you maybe do start to think about calling it, in fairness. You've got this flank coming in, but it's so late. It really does depend on what the M4 can get done. The answer is not much, but they are in. They are committed here, it would seem. I think it maybe now becomes a mission of like, okay, we can't fully send it, but let's just hold the extremities, try and go for the exit. Speaking of, however, we've got Nekkers coming in from behind. So they think they have a contingency to save if they so choose, but the choice is not theirs. Nekkers has now locked them in. The hunter becomes the hunted. Dihart trying to do that damage, can't get it done. And what could have been presence in the next round is now going to be a full eco. Legacy have a chance to start running away with the scoreline.
Moving his way forward. Spots one deep. Question is, does he really know or clear or care about K? Close right. Hasn't spammed it, which is pretty common, especially now that Nekkers is a known quantity. It's a pretty common thing to do in that spot. At range, Hades, 1-for-1. K will then pounce, looks for a double, gets it. The third, not quite there, but damage dealt towards Barton gives them a chance. But just as I say that, Dumal then comes alive. Diha gets dropped, and this round up in the air still. Bomb spotted towards mid. Dumal low in towards main as he's trying desperately to give a preferential peek and bait out something as his teammate moves on forward. It's all a ruse, and it works. Demka falls for the trap.
Yeah, massively so. I mean, kind of surprising he doesn't see that one coming. I think you need to be switching between those angles as best you possibly can. Krasnal left in this situation. Ooh. Good find onto Barton, though. That's the healthy player.
No kit.
Does have nades, though. Does have nades. Does he know that Dumal is low? It is unlikely. Molotov comes in. Not really much that Dumal can do to cross that. Maybe tap this bomb, make him worry. Dumal looking to just try and play this 1v1 as best he possibly can. He's not really moving. Oh, the AK. Krasnal goes early and scares him away. There was limited time, to be fair. He needed the kill then and there. Even then, I don't know that he would have had time to get the defuse without the kit.
In yesterday's game against MRBR, when things went a little bit south for Monte, and even when they went in towards overtime, they actually started to really get quite flustered. They were panicking, making very rash decisions, and actually they ended up costing them ultimately end. Nice little boost there, little trick up the sleeve as Hades will get the opener on towards Lato. So some way, a try to kind of make this round work for them, despite the limited buy they've got. Of course, the AWP saved over, an MP9 and a few upgraded pistols.
Still maybe able to put something up with the AWP, but now the smokes come in. 2 smokes, in fact. So it's like, you're really not getting in. And yeah, that's unlucky for Monte, right? They find one, they try and play around the fact that it's like, oh, we've got the AWP. Maybe they want to stay away from the AWP. Still going, though. Time becomes an enemy once again. But they are still looking. Maybe half exit, half going for it. Nekkers makes an aggressive move. We'll get caught out in the open. If this is quick, it is doable. Potentially, they've got to get someone on the bomb now.
No.
They will. Dihar with the big kill. I think there is just about enough time for it here. And Monte with the unlikely round, doing well to stick. Also, I think that's a fantastic kind of decision from them.
Then we are playing anti. And not over towards the standard pillar position just yet either. And just behind that smoke. Oh, it's getting close. Oh, it's baiting out a fight from Dumao. Little panic there. He thought, I think maybe that he'd been spotted. Dumas is going to go through full blind, and that's a rogue decision. And Barton follows him to demise. This is falling apart Legacy. We spoke about Monte looking a little flustered, but this one, it was a bad play to start things off. Not too sure what Dumas was doing. Barton then just follows him. Again, for the same reason. He was also blind, and then Lato just get caught at range by the AWP, but falling apart very briskly. There's still another AWP in play, but still a chance here. 2 versus 3. Back into the 1 now as well. Sadzin caught, and a good round for Monte to make this a 1-round game.
I feel like that's been one of the big changes for the CT side is Hades and his creativity, you know, the
Agreed, yeah.
changing of bomb sites, the dynamicism, I think, is maybe the word that I'm looking for. Lato takes an awful lot of damage there. Not sure if it has been heard. Another nade comes in. Krasnal gets caught. Dihar, though, as the smoke goes down, was in a good spot. We talked about Hades. Going to have to step up here. He gets caught eventually. Needed something else from his riflers in on the site. 3 versus 2 retake. They're here quickly. Nade doesn't really do too much to write home about. Lato is the man to stop this round from unraveling. And he's struggling over here. Key finds his kill, and it will now be left down to Sadzin. 2 versus 3 turn 2 versus 1. Smoked off as well. They have that bomb control now. It's planted in somewhat of an awkward spot as well. They break the smoke. Don't see him there. Flash coming in. Can he find it? The lineup. Ooh, is there. He gets the headshot. But there's time. And there is a kit. So Monte will indeed take it, and a keen retake coming in.
Yeah, nice little lineup. And actually, Demka getting pretty loud there as well. We don't always see that from him, so they get hyped. This is good. The expectation is Monte should find 12 here.
Funky little play. Sadzin sat inside their smoke. Molotov does not work. Dihar spamming.
No trouble.
This is awkward. This is very awkward. It's a team kill in dark, thank goodness. Nice little smoke, I suppose. Sadzin going to try and work around it, but the bomb site itself will fall. Nade is good. Nade is really good, actually. Some decent damage done, but they can't stop the bomb from going down. Spam's not finding anything here. Dark control is actually free. It's a pretty interesting post-plant setup from Legacy, and the fact that they have all 4 out in towards B main, clear from Lato. So they know there's no one coming in from this angle. One's going to look to try and play around the bomb. Yeah, this is really strange. I think you've got to get a player on and body block, but how easy is that to do in practice? Tap onto the bomb comes in. Oh my goodness, the firing squad opens up. Demka will answer back. What can Sadzin do? He's going to try and move through here. They can't get him off the bomb though. They find every single kill apart from the important one. Demka keeps the kills coming in as well. Absolute carnage at the end. That's what Legacy wanted, but they could not quite capitalize. Monte just about get their 12th.
Even the molly was up, he'd rather them try and push their way through it and catch them off guard. Molotov down doesn't really affect K here. Needs to be careful. That's hit. Neckers, actually. They're going to know he's here. That tagged him up. He might be in trouble. He should be in trouble. He somehow gets the kill. How has he got away with it? Nearly even the second behind it.
Yeah, that would have been dangerous. Nice deep smoke coming in there towards dark. They're able to neglect the area. Monte as well. Not quite biting here. Late flash in. Dangerous move. Dink does land, to be fair to Krasnal. It is falling apart somewhat here. The finds from Dumao are massive. A bomb site left open. Dihar. Really no mates. And I think potentially going to save it.
For the first time in a while, it will be Legacy getting around. That's the first one they found in the last 6 played. Dumao falls to the bomb, but it doesn't matter. That timing, unfortunately, will really elude him there. But he continues to hold his angle and push his way forward. He might even potentially give himself the opportunity to fight here. Pixel spotted. Demka dropped, looks for the second, doesn't quite find it. Hades under pressure as well. Getting pressured from two different angles to make it even worse, but K will pop up. Can't make it a second, holding down Mouse 1. Neckers keeps the advantage in Legacy's favor and adds to it as well with another. Overtime looks like it's going to be required here unless Krasnal can pull off a 1 versus 4. Has a kit, has a Molotov, but surely no chance in hell. This feels like a forlorn conclusion here in the final round of regulation. Krasnal only good for 1-4-1. Once again, Monte. Overtime required if they want to take this map. You can maybe even look back to them when they lost that force buy. That small thing alone could have been the difference. Kay, look at this. Aggression coming through, and it works against him as well. That's so unfortunate. I like the idea, but the timing was just half a second off.
Now we see Monte get adventurous, right? Dihar in a deep position. May well end up being too little too late, but potentially in this round at the very least could give them a way back in, and it's a full, game of Counter-Strike's worth of conditioning that you just don't expect. An aggressive angle. Dihar catches Neckers. He was waiting for the opportunity for more. It doesn't come, so just going to take the 1 kill. He's covered off. Sadzin takes a decent chunk of damage. This suddenly looks a hell of a lot better for Monte. Nadage coming in as Legacy will try and close the gap. Shadow spotted, easy find for Hades. Meanwhile, down below, Dihar keeps it coming. Big round from him. We saw him absolutely explode into the overtime yesterday.
True.
Oh, creep in here could be dangerous. Dihar thankfully takes an early peek, but still overwhelmed by the contact play. Legacy seem to have some mad moves of their own. Generally speaking, this would be a round that you might throw in the bin, but Monte, of course, going to give it a go in the OT. What can they get done? The flash not good enough. Sadzin now knows there's another behind that flash as well. So this one feels that it is completely chalked up. Hades on the AWP, hoping someone peeks into him. Not going to happen. So we're on a soft save here from Monte.
Exactly. Keep hold of the AK. Keep hold of the AWP. Demka Medihurt steps away. Hades will play for exits. I don't think it's going to make a grand difference, and it actually ends up costing his life at the end. So Demka keeps hold of his AK-47. That is about that. And it will be. Not that I have a bad Mirage, it's just that Monte loves that map so much. It does feel very much like they could scalp it away. So if Legacy find this, then we can maybe talk about the Ancient. Up close, K for 1 only. Good trade from Hades as well. Quick fire AWP, gets his, drops a Molotov, gets out. Doesn't need to stick around for that second, but they're looking like they want to re-aggress here. I don't actually hate the idea because he'd heard them dropping towards water. So this is now that warning call over towards Krasnal. Be careful. He then makes a bit of noise as well. So Santa's got to be aware of this.
Doesn't seem like it's necessarily been paid attention to.
Hurt.
Yeah, wow. Bomb immediately falls into the hands of Dumao, thankfully, because that could have been really, really painful. Hades keeps the kills coming in from behind. It's all going to be on Lato. 1 versus 3. Down to the 1 versus 1. Out of nowhere, the spray down doesn't quite connect. And it will be a lead moving into that second half of OT for Monte here. Dumao's pushed all the way in. Again, this is an overtime only kind of play. Something that wasn't done a lot during regulation. Krasnal's got half an eye on it. Not quite fast enough, but at the very least gets that trade out. K, meanwhile, has made his way in towards mid with the bomb in tow. So
no one on A.
Yeah, a really, really big kill. After catching Dumao in particular, K sticks around, gets another catch. Brilliant round from him. He was a real troublemaker in regulation on the T side. He looks to do the same again. Round is gone here for Legacy. They desperately tried to create something there in dark, but yeah, just not going to happen. Lato saves because it's futile. May as well hold on to a bit of extra cash. The AWP mule, potentially.
Yeah, has to be said as well. I think things started so well. I like that push from Dumao. I mean, it just shows the confidence of him. Now we're up in towards kind of 30 kills, right? So credit to him, an incredible kind of idea. It's just unfortunately he can't get the second behind it. But I mean, Dumao's opening fight has been really good. 6-2 in opening duels for him. So an absolute credit. Legacy are very lucky to have him. I really do feel that without Dumao, they're not actually even making it towards overtime in this game.
Time will tell. Oh, a great break. It's actually from the CT side, so Dihar uses it to his advantage. I can't tell you how many times I've seen those, you know, smoke break plays go backwards.
Yeah.
So that'll be a difficult one for Lato and Legacy to stomach here. K once again looking to be the nuisance towards middle. Nekis with an off angle, but still gets caught. K just brushes him aside. It's like, what the hell is this in my way? Absolutely brilliant stuff. 5 versus 3 now.
Dumal, what are we doing? Oh my god, oh, it's going to work. It's going to get one. How is Dumal still alive? Oh, how is he going to get a second? What is going on here? How has Dumal got another kill there? And how is this round still on? It felt like we were done here. And somehow then K gets him behind. Looks for a second, can't quite get it. As Dumal looks for 4, but Daniel finally get dropped. 1v1, Orb v Orb, Hades versus Sadzin. And 40 seconds on the clock, and Hades is high-tailing it towards A. And it's a foot race or win, because Sadzin hasn't even joined it.
We'll get that bomb down. All to play for here in the 1 versus 1. Ooh.
No.
His brain is too big for his own good. I mean, it might work in a weird way. AK picked up here by Sadzin, trying to move across. That one Molotov is all that he needs. I mean...
No bomb plan. Now he's thinking. The cogs are wearing.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of works, doesn't it? We'll see. It's going to buy time anyway. He's actually walking into A, and now he's noticed. So that is, you know, 5 solid seconds bought. Now a full rotation back. Trying to play things slowly. So it really is going to come down to the bomb play, and that maybe is exactly what Hades wants. No smoke available as yet for Sadzin. Maybe there's one on the ground somewhere. Could change the game pretty massively. If it remains open, you'd favor the AWP. He's checking some angles here. Nothing spotted, nothing deep in towards dark. There's hardly any time now. 10-second timer is gone, man. He's just got to hold the bomb. He does get the flash off, but he doesn't land the shots. Hades on the Tech 9, but the round is won. It doesn't matter if he goes down, and Monte will take it once again in the overtime on Anubis. Struggling to close it out, but they find the second wind, and it does seem when the pressure is lifted, we get a different version of Monte in the overtime. A execute coming through for the pistol, wasting about a minute of time, making a bit of noise towards the B site to try and draw attention over there, but ultimately a good find. Lato will back away. Not really all that much coming for this Legacy side, and they don't want to take the fights. They're just giving it away. Bomb plant going to go down. 3 round the corner. Bloodbath incoming. It's a lot of damage done to Lato. Oh my goodness, though. The quadruple swing. Have you ever seen anything like it? They back off on that Monte side, try and give them the respect and the space. It's Nekis, however, who comes in from the side for the catches. All going to be down to Krasnal now. They have given him the space and the opportunity to work with a 10-second hold coming in. The bomb not quite planted for him here, you have to consider. He's got to move fast. He's got to move fast. Oh my goodness, needs to find the headshot, and the defuse will come in. It wasn't planted cleanly enough. He was even round the corner, so a rushed plant potentially costs them there. But they have like the mascots and stuff. So
yeah. Demka's got like a koala on his monitor. I think it's quite cool. I always did think though, I mean, this might just be me, but like I would slightly get distracted by it. I'd just like look at it, the koala.
Yeah, you have ADHD though, mate. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm not diagnosed there. Come on now. I like my TikToks as much as the next guy, my Instagram Reels, but... Okay, gonna get spammed down through the smoke. He's on to back. Oh, yes, quite unfortunate, I have to be said there, towards his neck. It looked like the crosshairs was on, but didn't wait for that aim to reset. And actually, D here might have been spotted there on the jump peak.
Potentially, yes. I mean, the big thing is, of course, they've got the bomb at the top end of middle, so they have a good idea of where Monte are going to be for the next 30 seconds, roughly. They've actually opted not to take the fight. Happy to let them have that bomb back, particularly in the early stage of the game here. Really important that they get the momentum going. Connector smoke goes down. D-Hard trying to take the cross. Thank goodness the knee was spotted. Tries spamming away. Got to be careful here. There's a lot of gaps about to open up as this smoke goes down. Nekis has got himself hidden away, looking for a late round play.
Big.
But Demka is patient. D-Hard's the distraction, running interference. Demka, he is the man picking up all the frags, it would seem. Barton suddenly alone, and that is a really clean recovery from the tees.
Barton, 1v3 of an MP9. Feels unlikely. If Monte actually managed to get themselves this 1v3 cleanly without losing anybody, that would really be helpful for them in terms of building up the funds. And it looks like Barton might even be tempted just to pick up any sort of upgrade of a weapon and keep hold of it. Now that he's smoked at a connector in particular. There's M4 down in front of him. There's an AK behind too. So there we go. Picks up the AK. And it could potentially end up being more of the same legacy. Have got to try and learn from their fallen comrades in this one. Their fellow countrymen who really did struggle. Nice little lower control. Nice split here as well. Duval should get a drop, and he will. Another great opener. He was very good at opening jewels in towards that previous map, and he finds his here as D here just gets caught in 2 mines. They've stood tall and stayed here. This could be very scrappy indeed. Okay, trying to make a move up a connector as well, but it's Lato for the first as Krasnell going to fall. There's a Palace player. There's a bit of a move coming through connector. It's all about timing here. Dumal's got to make a move himself, and he saves his teammate. Andy gets another behind it as well. Hades has already been dinked, and Dumal, really solid round. 4 kills in total for him, and another monstrous display. I mean, 33 kills in the first map, an incredible showing. 1.71 rating from him. He was out of this world, and being 3-0 in opening jewels, heading in towards the 6th now. I mean, already exactly what you want to see out of a guy like him. Oh, made that. 4-0 in opening jewels. I mean, he is absolutely loving these early fights, and they're working out for him. Still alive. Dumal comes in for a second, then gets caught on the reload. It's all in a matter of moments falling apart. Demka's going to pull off a really tough clutch there. It was basically a 1v4 turned 1v2. And Sadzin's got other ideas.
Haven't really been able to capitalize on that. A few mistakes here or there. And as we say, something seems slightly off. They're going for another quick round here, trying to get Dihar through the smoke. It's actually Krasnell that catches aggression in the B apartments. So this works out really nicely. Deep mid control, no one around from Legacy to really answer. I think the B bomb site suddenly becomes vulnerable, but you can see K's found a gap. He's up through connector. They don't know what's going on. Monte working on a speedier round. As you say, not in their DNA. Just have to be careful now, though. There's still 2 remaining on the A bomb site. It's a good job they are indeed hitting their shots. I worried about this bomb creeping in without the main Monte contingent. Demka looking for the last. He's basically got it here. There you go. We'll find it in the end. And Monte get themselves that 2nd round. Let's see if they can keep this rolling, however.
Monte onto that second. Nice opening kind of tag on towards Neckers. Sadzin's been missing a couple of sitters, has to be said. Did it in the last round, 2 on K. This time he's missed 3, one of which being a tag, but he's still not confirming that kill. And eventually he'll fall. Awkward for Sadzin as Hades will then punish on towards Neckers. Thankfully Lato's still here to lock down and anchor up on towards A. He might get caught in transition, but then Hades on scope. So that's also a small little timing error.
Trying to back his teammate here. Dumal with the scoreline of 12-7, looking to back it up a little bit more, and immediately dropped. He had it too good almost, you know, too careful with that play. Barton on the other bomb side, nothing he can do. So Monte stringing them together.
It would be a good recovery from Monte, and it just, you know, maybe takes him a bit of time to get in towards the game. We do have that low buy. Just the M4 really is the only thing to be scared of. USP's around it. Bit of a stack is what they're going for.
Barton up high, I like this. Oh, I like it when he hits shots like that as well. Really could make a big difference. We'll see, are they, you know, ready for the rest of the team? They might not even need to deal with the rest of the team, as Barton is doing all the work by himself. Hades trying to get in. There's so many players to get through. Surely, yeah, he just gets surrounded. Tries taking matters into his own hands. Dihar now 1 versus 3. I would say not entirely out of the realms of possibility, but it's that orb that's been picked up, and Lato will pin him to the back wall. Beautiful find.
Crosshair was on there for Dia. Chucky's loving it. 7-3. Penultimate round of the half. Neck is going to go for a bit of an underplay. Another area that Legacy have been trying to get a lot of control of all the way throughout. Dumal was getting really proactive earlier. This time, Neck is just going to wait to see if the chance comes to him. He's spammed in the toes. He should be dead to rights in a moment, especially if Dihar goes for any sort of a spam. He's playing anti. Crosshair trained as that smoke fades. It's about who spots who first. They are on each other. Mouse one of you. The Molotov might do the job, and thankfully finding the kneecap spot as the Neck is seen off.
Dihar not taking any chances at all. Krasnal, meanwhile, watching for the push, and it does indeed come. Well read. He has found a couple of kills in the B apartments from those bouts of aggression. Maybe it looks similar each time. All the same, Monte in the ascendancy, in the round-winning position, potentially. Going to take this over the line. They have to, really. 3 rounds is not enough out of their T side. DR feeling confident, quite a game for him, but still looking for the peaks. No shots landing. Barton, meanwhile, left alone once again. He does have some quick support on the way, but it's all a fake out. Takes a keen headshot. The AWP has to really stand strong here. Good for the first, maybe give him the respect. The one big thing they have, 25 seconds. The bomb is down at short, 2 in behind. So the only player that can really cross in and take it will be Krasnal. He is hella lucky that Sadzin got off that angle. I think if that kill came in, round was going to be over.
Look at Lato.
This could still be good. Lato in a good position. If he denies the bomb plant, it'd be a different story. Wasn't ready for Demka. So round is saved. That is by the teeth kind of stuff. Sadzin actually is still thinking about going for it. I thought maybe he'd move away. So hold on just a second. No information for him to work with, and a well-timed peek from Krasnal will see him off.
A little shaky there. Felt a little nervy for a moment, but seconds, it looked like they were very indecisive. Thankfully, Krasnal does get the luxury of that cross as Sadzin.
Something uncharacteristic here from Monte, a contact play with no info given across. Barton continues looking strong on this B-bomb site. Great shot landed, surely got to get traded here, but he's slowed them way down. The rotations are going to move in quickly. That's all good though. The weaponry, of course, is pretty strong for Monte. Molotov keeps the rotators at bay, smoke to back it up. Oh. Could have been big in towards mid. K got his head on a swivel, however. Digits tapped in. Sadzin closing the gap here with the 5-7, trying to catch a couple off guard. Quick headshots could make the difference. Meanwhile, in from behind, there is that timer. Demka uses it to his advantage, and keen finds in the end from Monte. Welcome back in, folks. We are once again pretty split down the middle. A slight lead for the Brazilian team. So we'll see if they can capitalize on that. Pistol gets going here, and of course, this map expecting a bit better from Monte potentially. K starts off well here for the CT side. Maybe this is what they were waiting for. And Sadzin's got to be careful, right? He's sending the nades in, selling it. It's a weird sort of bait out play. Everyone moving through Palace to just try and throw them off the scent. And K certainly did not see that one coming. Flying Barton takes him down 4 versus 4 as the bomb gets planted.
Up close, Barton once more. Will get it as well before he gets clipped by Demka. Flash over, that'll give them a bit of CT control. 3 versus 3. Might be something here. Krasnal, flying Glock of Sadzin, finds him. And this feels like it's done. Dead in the water, Demka's got to do something. Spots just a pixel. It's not planted for them either. Legacy have got to make a move here. They've got to try and get up close. Sadzin, he will be the one to close it. Looked a little shaky there for a moment, especially because of that plant position. But didn't back himself. If he had a kit, he might have actually stuck that. Good rounds coming out from like Neckers, for example, but primarily it was just all Dumal doing the heavy lifting. This sort of showing so far is spread across the team. Only 4 kills between top and bottom. Dumal, another opening kill for him. 5-0 in opening duels now. This is a guy who's so happy to fight.
That is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. So just as a thought as well, to try and go for that kind of play really does send Monte for a loop, I would feel. So the timing's quite good here for Legacy. Hades might not be ready for this one. Yeah, a surprising peek towards Connector. Here's a lot of footsteps here as well. Got to try and stay alive. K goes down a bit too easily. Hades with decent damage. Just needed one more player to support him. Not going to happen. Legacy hit 10. The remainder of Monte will save. And this is not the team we saw yesterday playing Mirage, to be honest with you. Like, they have completely fallen off.
Yeah, I think a lot of it comes down to, against MRBR, was just how good that T side was. And because it was a little lackluster for Monte,
politics that goes down. Maybe some players don't enjoy playing with others, or maybe you have to like earn your flowers as a young player, and if you don't have an opportunity to do that, how are you actually going to earn your flowers to ever get the call up to a bigger team, you know? So you really have to be outlandish. And Dumal, there's nothing super flashy, but he remains ever consistent in this series. As soon as I say that, of course, 2 really clean headshots by himself. And he's just going. He's just not stopping, mate. He does not care. K spotted him out, but like, he doesn't really know what the hell is going on. Hades, M4 in hand. Ooh, try and make it happen. Hold on a second, because those are some nice kills. Hades hears them running off, but again, got to be careful. Neck is sticking around to try and take them out.
Mindset of, you know, percentage Counter-Strike, which at times is something that we don't see as much out of South American teams. Neck will fall. So that will be an upgrade of 4K from the Galil to the AK. One you'll absolutely take. Legacy getting closer and closer, though. A shot from Hades. Needs to just stay alive, too. Spotted the gun barrel of the AWP. Sadzin takes a hell of a lot of damage, but he will stay alive. That's all that matters.
It's obviously a very, very good map to have in your repertoire, and I think particularly, as you know, we've talked about quite a bit over the past year, it's a very good upset potential map for the bigger teams that you may well play in your career. Hades to open up though, good to see. An aggressive peek flash over the top, drops back.
And Sadzin's still wielding the rifle, and despite it being low, they haven't abided by Bogdan's law because they've not been near each other to trade back over. So Dumal got to do a bit of the heavy lifting on the sniper, but Hades gets the first, gets the second.
Yeah, such an unbeatable angle as well. You need a bit of a flash over the top to just put that AWP under pressure. They had plenty available, maybe didn't want to give themselves away. Dumal feeling confident, why wouldn't he? Great game, great series out from him, of course.
Last round one, more or less off the back of him. Can he do it once again? Right spot, right place, right find. Barton caught. Dumal trade though on towards Case. He looks for a second and he'll get it. Oh, Dumal, such a special player in this series. And at times it does really feel like it is just a one-man army and a one that's punching well above his weight.
Yeah, that's rough, man. I mean, the setup, it felt like it was there. We needed Hades on the flash. Maybe though, the retake is on. Sadzin low, Dumal known about. He's looking for yet another ace. No nades to flush him out. Dink damage does come in, but it's, you know, minimal dink damage. There you go. He eventually will fall. The AWP, somewhat known about. They're trying to pressure the bomb here. Dihar got to get a move on, however. Got to get on that bomb. They've both got kits. Still, it's somewhat risky. Left down to the 1 versus 1. Can he find it through the smoke? Always the AWP, but Sadzin locks in the heat-seeking missile. Will win the round in the 1v2. And I said, no, they didn't give themselves enough time. They let him play how he wanted. I think that what feels like a very simple 1 versus 2 clutch. You've still got some flashes and smokes left. Goes completely sideways.
Yeah, and the ramifications of losing that as well are just massive.
Nice trade out. 2 towards short, certainly unexpected. They try and abuse the B-bomb site here as flashes will come in, but Krasnal's in a good position quite quickly. Yeah, just not expecting him to be back here this fast since his presence on short. Still an even situation, still the AWP in play. Krasnal keeps going wild. That one may be a bit too much, the bridge too far. K is here. Can he stop the bomb plant? He has been heard now by the flames. The bomb doesn't really have space to get in towards the site, unfortunately, but heads still roll. Hades, yeah, he's like, oh, wait, no, I can't save. Trying to go for it, will go down, and Legacy have indeed done it. The energy picks up, and a great showing coming in from that man right there, number 23.
I'm going to say, you know, I'm still sticking with it, but I am definitely, you know, a bit cautious coming in towards this third map.
Yeah, well, Legacy were the one team coming into this tournament. I think that everyone was like, okay, they got here in good fashion, but shouldn't really do too much. And so far, they've, you know, put a lot of pressure on some really good teams. The Julie's up close, however, caused big problems as the round gets very quickly underway. Dumal left on 1 HP. There's a team kill in there. So this is not a good look for Legacy. They've had to back off and go for something different.
Over towards the T side. Where do we actually want to go is the awkward thing. We have the bomb, sure, on the kind of the back here of Neckers, but even finishing is going to be quite difficult. Necker takes a tag, down he goes, and Demka for a double. Tapping away and leaving Sadzin with it all to do. Dinks Diha, when he gets dropped and it ends up being a flawless pistol to start things off, that's exactly the way Monte had to respond coming in towards his map number 3. That's the way to kickstart things. Yeah, that force buy on the T side. Interesting they go for that. No kills, no bomb plant, but wanted to hope that the Tech9s can do something in this sort of a round. This is normally the prime time to call for a bit of a quicker play and overwhelm somebody. And that somebody is Demko, who does 4K under a bit of pressure as well, but double dips and gets a double kill as Diha will add to the tally. Crossing that range with the MP9. And Monte make relative light work out of that force buy. Not a lot for Legacy to fall back on. And with the force buy means nothing to work with here in towards the next. So we've seen them in the past put up really good victories too. Took down Ends 13-1. Had the RMR close quals. And ultimately, of course, ended up not making it through. That loss to Bait, which was on this map as well. Cost on that spot. Krasnal lines up to very fortunate. The Molotov ticks up towards Dumal, so he's now a known quantity as well. Another bad start in towards a round 4 Legacy, already down to 3.
Sadzin does have a good position here on the contact up ramp, but it is getting less and less effective as his teammates fall around him. Goodness me, barely any damage done, let alone the kills. There's the one for Sadzin. He did indeed make that position work, but it doesn't matter. Too many bodies to get through.
Hades, a lot of Utah will make his position towards Donut a little weak. Flash comes down and nade on towards the smoke, but Diha opting not to fight all too much behind this, and they're going to creep up towards Red Room. So he needs to be a bit careful, and he actually will get some support here. Hey, going to come over for a brief moment, then doubles back towards B. Flash in, Hades in trouble, could be in a lot of trouble. The fact that he even repositioned himself for a second chance at it is something, but it doesn't work in his favor. Really
nice flash, of course, to get that going. Diha is here quickly. Demka is up top. They don't expect him. Shadow spotted everywhere, and he's trying to cover himself off. However, the orb does get braver than expected. Sadzin finds himself alone in this situation. He's thinned the Monte numbers, but it is not going to be easy. Diha eats the nade. He's given this a good old try. He just doesn't quite know where this last player is. It's not a hop, skip, and a jump. Maybe he's heard a step. Krasnal with the peak, and Diha's just been spotted there. Sadzin's got control of this situation now. Both of them super, super low. Who's going to come out on top? Sadzin trying to find the headshot. Diha not giving him the peak. Slow creep around. Diha's just moved off the angle, spotted out, and finished off. It's a 1v4 from Sadzin. What a round. What a round from him. Monte won't let those mistakes continue to creep through. But a quick round here. Yeah, Legacy refining themselves potentially. They have opted to go for that quick A execute. It's not too far out of left field, of course, and the A bomb site, famously, infamously, you might say, retakeable. Ooh, on this map, Diha, it was open for him, but he couldn't quite find the shots down range. Hades tagged up slightly. That's the only bit of damage that we've seen. Got to be careful here. Neck is on the edge of the smoke. They both got nades out. They both got nades out. Oh my god, throw them or get a gun out or something. Neck is trying to make the hero play. Unfortunately, the flashes are so damn good. Demka's made his way in behind. It's a 4 versus 2, and Neck is trying to be the danger man. He's given it his best shot. It's another clutch up for Sadzin. This one's slightly easier in terms of the numbers. Try and get the player off the bomb, but he can't get past Krasnal. It's a close defuse, but Monte get it. Yeah, incredibly close there. Has to be said. Right down to the wire, because that swing was nearly looking for the kill. I think even if he got the kill, not to be. 6-1, back to winning ways, of course, for Monte, which is all that they care about. Tapping away, spamming away. Then they could do a nice bit of chunk on top, and yeah, Neck is going to get caught by the HE. That's the start. Nice work from Demka. Barton also going to get dinked as well. Then he'll fall to the hands of K. This is carnage. Lateral onto back, but Krasnal will trade. What is happening? Legacy are getting overwhelmed here. Dumal deep in mid, but it's not really going to have too much of an effect. They know where he's at now. Hades takes him down. That's one of the puggier rounds I think we've seen all series long. Many attempts from many different players on the Legacy side of things, but they have lost their way, maybe lost their heads, lost the bottle. Not exactly that much better being 1-8 though. This Legacy side are looking lackluster, to say the absolute least.
They're in a bit of a damned position. They've got to get going. Krasnal, he gets teammated by Demko. What has happened there? In the Molotov of Sadzin, then gets naded by Demko. That's pretty awkward. I think he's trying to blow open the smoke, but it doesn't work. Barton gets one more, and this low buy might be on for something here.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, these are the classic rounds, aren't they? We'll see. Ooh. They maybe bite off a bit more than they can chew, however. Pushing forward towards...
Good smoke.
The back of box, and it does go sideways. Smoke is pretty nice as well. Going to split them apart, Dumao and Lato. The only that remain, Lato tries to be the hero. Dumao, I think, you know, they're going to have a good idea of where he's at. They definitely know that he's there now. He's trying to get him off the bomb. Does find one, does find two, but it's not the player that he needs. The round is lost. The damage is good, but Legacy, I don't know, 5v3, I think it's winnable from there. They just went a bit too far.
They overextend. They just don't need to fight.
There is a lack of utility for the CT side now going into the final 45 seconds. Ooh. Bare minimum for Legacy. We've got one end of the smoke is K, the other end is Lato. Both watching for each other. Krasnal, however, is close to the action. Could get the trade, doesn't matter. K takes it. It's a big old kill. Dihar finds the lurker on the other side of the map. And now, all of a sudden, they try and break into B, but it's not going to work. Sadzin remains consistent, remains in the clutch. The nade leaves him on 6 HP. He is not going to find this. He's going to try and exit, but even that will be tough. He just makes it out.
Surely we hunt.
They are after him. He's not far enough away just yet. Taking another with him. He's got to be very careful here that he doesn't go down after time. So if he's exiting, he's got to go now. And yeah, he was cut off by Dihar. Nice positioning from him, denying that gun save away. But my goodness.
But Nuke's not been a bad map for Legacy. It's pretty good for Monte too. And this is the good thing with Monte. They've got such a strong map pool. The fact that it's gone towards an Ancient, obviously, with hindsight, is obviously looking very good. K spam the smoke. Barton gets dropped. And already this penultimate round not looking very good for Legacy. Already down to 4. They don't have a lot of util. We've got 2 smokes, 2 flashes. He is heading in the direction of 8. Of course, this angle from Demk is so strong. They spot the shadows first before they even get the chance to swing. That's if he holds for it. Not opting for it. Yeah, there you go. Shadow spotted. Easy for the first. Oh, and the second as well with the transfer. What a lineup. What a find. Sadzin may get one. But he's got to pull off yet another 1 versus 4. The first is there. Time is ticking. Bomb collected. Cannot be planted. Hades, other ideas. Monte get double digits in the first half.
In quotation marks, like 5 times. He won 1 of them. So they're like, listen, man, that's the only way we can win rounds. We've got to keep putting him in the clutch. 1v4, 1v5. So yeah, that really speaks to the fact that they've just not had a look in pretty much in any of the rounds, to be honest. Hades keeps his consistency up on that AWP. Dihar, however, having a much better game, of course. He will also make himself known on that A-bomb site. They are scared away, and they are left with the impossible situation once again.
Already down to 3. It just feels like there's surely no chance there. Double Galil, and 1 Mac-10, and a double flash to try and save them from Grace it. It looks like they're going to be swung upon in just a mere moment as well. Hades clearing the left-hand side. He will get the trade as well. All down to 1 man. And sure, he gets D here, but from behind, spotted out. And that will be that. K sees it off. 11-1 first half. This one might be quick. We'll see if there's any recovery out from Legacy in the second half.
A swift finish and a place in the semi-finals is what Monte are looking for here, and I think they might just get it. 11-1 after that first half. The story tells itself. Legacy will have to pull off another miracle here if they are to come back. They have had a tough run of things at this tournament, a few people against them. They've silenced some of the haters, but not quite all. Monte, the final hurdle.
Alan's chuckling like the Joker in the green room right now, as it's all coming to plan for him. 11-1, and it might be over before it even begins. If Monte can get a strong T-side pistol here, Demka for the first as Sadzin drops. That's the A-side taken already, and the bomb will go down to follow it. There's nothing Legacy can do to stop this.
They do have the kit. They do have the flash, so they're going to have to find the heads if they wish to complete this retake. K ready and waiting. Shadows spotted here. Oh, that's a little rough. It's actually Krasnal that kind of bails him out. He will just remain the distraction, however, which I think is his primary job. Still not the cleanest Still feel like his position, that information would have been enough for him to work with. Kit is in action. Tap onto the bomb. Try and draw them out. Lato with some difficult fights. He's going to be left all alone to do it here. Not a lot of time at all. Yeah, they just have to, you know, bait him out. First one peeks in, maybe gives his life, but they know that he's not holding. And that will be that. 12 secured as Monte have 11 in a row to close this series out.
Guys, are you hungry for more content? Subscribe to ESL CS on YouTube. Logic.
An absolute light work for Monte. Smiles across the faces. They are loving life. We get a couple of MP9s, a FAMAS, a Deagle and a 5-7. This one feels done and dust unless something special can happen. Hades for the first. Oh, and Demka for a double as well. It looks like it's going in favor of Monte, but a couple of kills might give them a chance here. The only issue is the remaining two of Monte have not taken any damage.
Yeah. All shadow spotted. Yeah, Dumao does make quick work of K there. Man, these shadows on Ancient, they make a big difference these days, don't they? D-Heart. Creeping in. Could get away with it. Nice clean shot onto Nekiz. Just one more remaining then. He's not got that bomb, he's not got that plan, but he's got plenty of time. So Dumao has to hope that he gets the positional drop and can land the shot, but D-Heart will get it done. The HP makes the difference. Hell of a finish. Monte have indeed done it. It's an anticlimactic end. We were hoping for something competitive after a series like that.